Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to destination, Liberia. Of Liberia, it's by show your allegiance, show your loyalty to destination, Liberia. Okay, on the flesh is forever. The white on the flesh is for purity. The star is for republic. The blue is for black people. We know Liberia is home. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11% of people we are known as First Republic. The Lone Star shining evermore. Liberia, it's time on the time. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to the nation. Liberia, the people who are poor and we humble themselves and seek my bed. Our eyes and heal their nation. Liberia will rise again. Nation will come to your rising. I prophesy, kingdom will come to your life. Together, let's keep your peace. What's in unity, we will build our nation. Arise, Liberia, arise.
Oh yes, Liberia, arise. Arise, Liberia, arise. Sound. I gotta tell us if the sound is okay now. John David Nakula Yakpaulo said there's no sound. To check the volume again, the internet is interfering. Give us some time, we'll look at them. Welcome to the show. It's on Voice of Liberia.
People who are poor and money, we humble themselves and seek my bed. Our eyes and heal their nation. Liberia will rise again.
Liberia will rise again. We say trying to bring forth their voice very clear. John David Nakula Yakpaulo said it is now okay. But again, we having some feedback from the video. Welcome to it. Just bear patient with us. For a few minutes, technicians are working on the sound. The sound shall get better. George Wayi is here as my young man in training. Helps me do the cash giveaway. My name is Jala Greenfield. I'm the nation's Heavenly J. Many things to talk about this afternoon. I will draw you through. We'll talk about issues. I will give you our menu. You will listen to them. We'll discuss it together. And after the discussion, you will have the time to call us here and participate. Voice of Liberia is heard in Monrovia 104.1 FM. In Grand Bassa County is 95.7, 90.7 in Bond County. Akibi County is 89.7, 96.7 in Banjamalufa County. Check the audio sound. I think it's better now. There was some mistake somewhere. Thanks for joining us again. This is Voice of Liberia. Never caught a welcome from Monrovia, he says. He's watching us. These are the issues being discussed this afternoon. Voice of Liberia gets intelligence that in Battle House Speaker Fonati Kofa and several members of the House of Representatives will be arrested by the Liberian government. A rate of arrest is already out for Marvin Cole, Abu Bana Kamara, Jason Sibo, Marvin Cole, and Francine Foco. Do you know that the guys who are alleged to have burned the Capitol building, they've been sent to court today? They were charged by the police and have been sent to court. But the guy said they were told to lie on some people. And you listen to the justice minister the other day, he said, don't try my resolve. If lawmakers are implicated, they will be arrested. That's what Twist said that. It's on record to have said that. We have the intelligence that the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the man who is the majority speaker, who now presides, Richard Nangbe-Kum, where they send all the branch to his people, his friends. They will drop the charges against Fanatic Kofa and other people who are being charged for unruly behavior, alleged unruly behavior. They will go to the capital. At that capital, when they put for there, they will be arrested. What's going on? A replay of the Samakayando and Flansameton scenario. Many of you were young. I was young as well. But I know the story. I've read it. I will bring an analogy. I will draw an analogy between what's happening in a Capitol building right now about the fire issue and talk about what happened in the 1980s when Samuel Kayando alleged that he was being threatened. No, not threatened. His government was being planned. There was a plan to overthrow his government. You know the story where Florence Hamilton said he dropped from the 4th floor of the executive mansion? He didn't die. You know the story of the Calabar Jeep? It's almost the same story coming here right now. The ease of the fire. Crisis involved Liberia Broadcasting System. Workers' Union gave Eugene Beduman Fagon an ultimatum has expired. Eugene Fagon accuses Stanton Witherspoon of plotting against his removal and putting money in the pockets of the Workers' Union to stage a protest to remove him. In attitude, lack of vision, What's happening at LBS? Senate Pro Tem Nyomli Lauren Kanga, or Nyomli Kanga Lawrence, in the news again for the wrong reasons. Nehemiahs are in tears. They're crying for the death of Prince Johnson. Yes, they say they have lost their godfather. We'll talk about it later. But Grand Bassa citizens are saying they are not happy with the pro tem of the Liberian Senate, Nyomli Kanga Lawrence. She's in the news again for the wrong reasons. Purchasing $100,000 vehicle, a Hyundai 2025. That's what she's riding right now. When the Bassa people are saying they are not happy, they are on a referral hospital. The government hospital in Bikana lacks medication. It lacks human resources to do the work. But it rides $100,000 Hyundai 2025 model. The people say they're not happy. I was sourced into the wisdom of the man called Macabito, one of the stakeholders in Bon County, a big brother who's supposed to read every morning to get some enlightenment. I would drive into his post and I would discuss the issues. Welcome to the show. It is on Voice of Liberia, 104.1 in Monrovia, one that's 95.7 in Grand Bassa County, 90.7 in Bon County, 89.7 in Maggie County, 96.7 in Vanjamalufa County. These are the counties where we have sent our tacticals there. You can call for those areas on different lines. I will take time to read your comments and acknowledge you before I set a business. Today shall be a talking time. My guest, I have spoken to Small Moluba, the man who represents District Number 3 in Monserrado County. To be my guest, I'm not getting any positive response from him yet. If it comes anytime, we'll talk. But you will talk today. I will talk. George, what you will talk. You will give us the code for the cash giveaway. The cash giveaway gives you more money into your pockets. It is better. They're talking politics all day. Put more money into your wallets. Mobile money wallets. Play and play and play. And see the nation's heavenly J. Jala Greyfield. The man called Zubawoma. The son of a warrior from Lufa County, for Zero Damage.
Pledge allegiance.
And the son from Sanoria District in Bon County. Nearly one took our share. You should put money into your wallets and play the cash giveaway. Let me welcome Thomas Bobo Double Momolu, Washington Capital Bypass, Monrovia, Nina Kuya. Good morning, guys. I'm in North Dakota, Fargo. Welcome, Nini Kuya. Makati Bito, my big brother and friend in Bangabon County. Welcome, James John David Nakula Yakpaulo. Welcome, Opi Oni Johnson. Welcome, to the community. Thomas Double Momolu said no sound. Yes, we are already said that one. Bill Williams, welcome. Ambassador Delino Reservoir Zoe. Good afternoon, falling live from a Looking Town resident. John David Nakula Yakpaulo said, watching from Collins Street, Banga City, Bon County. John David Nakula Yakpaulo. Moroku Manina. Bill Williams, watching this beautiful morning from the United States of America. Good morning, Bill Williams. Welcome. Our man Donald Trump is inaugurated. I'm happy he's my man. If I had a vote cast for Donald Trump, I'll cast that very day. But thanks for the support, Liberian people in America. Never caught you. Good afternoon, Jala. Patience Tuba. It's Patience Tuba. Patient Tuba. Good afternoon, she says. Matthew Warner from Cowell, Upper Cowell, welcome. Salia M. Yen, welcome from Capital Bypass. Vince Soiree, welcome from Amagashi community. Explore Liberia. Greetings, dear Facebook users. This is Explore Liberia platform that no, I'm not preferring. Oh, just say greetings. I want to promote your platform on my own platform. Brabby Ember, falling from Monrovia Bourgeois, Edwin Small Gaia. A repeat of the Flamcameton lies in the 80s, right? Yes, indeed. I will bring those things to you. I was a young man, but I've read. It really makes a ready man. And I read every day. It makes me the man. I will make a scenario. I will give a historicity about some kind of those lies against the people who he said they wanted to overthrow his government in the 80s. You know the story of Jackson Dole, Jackson Pierre Dole, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and Gabriel Bolle, where they were lied on by Samarkand Dole, that they wanted to overthrow his government. They wanted to overthrow his government. It turned to be a lie. Is this what happened now on Capitol Hill? About the burning of the Capitol building? I will bring the fury to you.
Injustice.
Reading makes a ready man. I'm well read. Brother Ember, welcome. Edwin Smooth Gaia. Bishop S. Doki, welcome from Sanokoli. Manon Small, welcome from, he said, good afternoon, Jala. I'm watching you from a Coca-Cola factory community this afternoon. Emmanuel Ma, welcome from Boston, Massachusetts, the United States of America. From Boston is Emmanuel Ma. Bitonic Bay, good afternoon, Mr. Grayfield. Thanks ever so much for the show. I'm watching around the street in Monrovia. Jacob Muyan Kui, following from the headquarters of the Innovative Youth Alliance Indo Community. Jacob Muyan Kui, following from the headquarters of the, okay, I read that. Mohammed K. Suni, watching from somewhere, Dwaz on Turning Point. Thank you for following us. Ruben S.W. Toba, watching from somewhere. Looking Town area. Solomon Howard, watching from Bangabon County. Something Kerry, watching from District 11, where the Bar 4 speaker lives. He said, where the Bar 4 figure lives. Watching from the Bonneville Township, District number 11, where the Bar 4 speaker lives. Fuma V. Twole from EW Junction, welcome. The Visions as the Key, Sanakoli District. The Colinas Bala, Bon County. Mother's Blessing, 9th Street. David Ben Jr. from the Red Hill community. Robert Intelligentsia Lawandoki from Old River community. Elton Bukuyu, following from Sibley Farm, Bon County. Emmanuel Ma, watching from Boston. Sorry, Julia Williams, Wilson rather, from 12th Street. The Colinas Bala, Bon County. Isaiah Sua, Bon County. Harrison Way, watching you from Kentucky, Louisville, USA. Thanks for the show. Rufus Coluba, welcome on the ERW compound. Welcome. It's exactly 2:30, 2:31 is the time. But keep sending your text messages on our live feed. Let me welcome my uncle, Mr. Edwin Jovers, who is in the Netherlands. He was here in Liberia. We went to the University of Liberia, graduated. He went to the law school. He is now in the Netherlands in Europe, exploring some other means to make life. Let me welcome my distinguished young brother who has been groomed honor my microphone and honor my voice, Mr. Uh, Way,
Yeah.
George Way. Welcome, George.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Mr. Griffith. I'm glad to be on the show once more this afternoon. I like the part where you said, I mean, he's coming out gradually on my microphone. I like that aspect.
Yes, and I like the I like a man who you are.
Okay.
If I'm home on the Thursday, Friday rather,
Mhm.
and you go on the show, I follow and I give you bits and pieces under the table.
Yeah, sure. And
Don't
you
say
do-
that. Don't say that.
And you're
Say
doing
that,
extremely well. Yes, to be honest, you're doing extremely well. I was just sitting laughing when you were outlining some of the issues to talk about,
Mhm.
and the one government laughing, and the one from LBS. You know, I follow your man post this afternoon.
Okay.
When he was shifting bling or Stanton.
That
I
man
was
is
just laughing.
he's very inept. A man who should be managed by other people, he managing people.
And honestly, he's in a situation that he cannot handle.
But
That's what happening.
the man is not
That's what
smooth.
happening to him.
So Fagon is an ifulifu. Do you know what an ifulifu is? Ifulifu. You know what it means?
Mm-mm.
So if you read Things Fall Apart, I said, you know, I have a novel, I have a book in my bag right now.
Okay.
That book is called Rich People, Poor Country. Rich Country, Poor People, rather, written by Samuel Jackson.
Okay.
I take time to read that book every other day. And I have books from Tipoter, from the time there was they have the thing they call the time in the 70s. Pa and the group that came from America, who the Thomas sent to America, they came back,
Mhm.
they led a revolution against the government through a party. I got all the books, I read them every other time. So when you talk about in Things Fall Apart, there's a book called Things Fall Apart, written by Chinua Achebe. In Liberia, you can say Chinua Achebe.
Achieving.
It's Chinua Achebe. There's a phrase in our book when Okongo, who was the king or the head of the people in Umofia, when the white men ran to Umofia to conquer them and put them into Christianity. So one of them said, and a fully full is that I just remember, you know, and a full I can recite that story from beginning to end. There's a man called Bill Trawe. He's a senator of Riverside County.
Mhm.
He taught me the gods under the blame, Things Fall Apart, Zuma, you know, from South Africa. I read literature for free. Sink is Cali School in 1994. So an Ifulifu is a worthless, empty man. An Ifulifu is a worthless, empty man. So Fagon is making showmanship. He's a worthless, empty man. There's nowhere in the world when your employees are against you, they accuse you of bad doing, wrongdoing in your environment. Over 80 employees at LBS, you come to defend yourself, negotiate. But you feel to do so, go ahead, my young brother.
And so today we're giving out 4,000 Liberian dollars. So the code is *799# OK. And once you OK the list of radio stations where PS led number 8 for Voice of Liberia, you play with just 100 Liberian dollars, and you stand a chance to win for yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars. So you have to play as many times as you can play this afternoon on Bits and Pieces.
Thank you, Josh. And then Josh will keep repeating that.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm
So
talking
go-
very long, I'm a long talker. Just break me. Just put your finger up there. ABC. If you're talking to, I put my hair. I say, man, I put my hair up. I say, man, wait. They mean me wait. When I'm talking long, put your finger up too. I say, they say, people wait.
Yeah.
Eh?
Let's flow.
So they see where I can say that you under my microphone. It doesn't mean that I'm over you. You are here, and I'm here. Yeah, I say, just put your hand up. Say, I want to announce it. They catch because the guys who play now, they're very important. We want to put more money in the pockets of people.
Yeah, sure.
So keep playing. So let me move on. Asata M. Miller, welcome to the show. Stanley Sharif from Brownsville City, welcome. Toga George, welcome from district number 3. Good afternoon, Jala. My name is Toga George. I'm watching from district number 3, Asata. Good afternoon, Mr. I'm not Andrews. I'm Grayfield. Watching from Red Hill. Donford Driver, my man Emmanuel Molba from Santa Cruz City. Welcome. What are you doing there? J. Toma Mangeo, welcome from Bangabong County. Bawala James, welcome from the USA. Bawala James. Manjabe Bison Kamara, welcome as well. So let me move in. Let me give you this information. The House of Representatives today convened a regular session at the Liberia City Hall. While I was coming to town, I saw the vehicles of lawmakers at the place there, not at the Capitol building. The Capitol building got burned. And the government is putting the blame on the feet or on the foot of people. On the feet of people. You can say foot and feet, right? Say 1 foot, 2 feet, right?
Yeah, 2 feet.
1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet. So when you say 1 foot at one. Yeah. So when you say feet, it means that many people.
Many people, yes.
They are putting the blames on many people. Feet. That includes 2 other guys, Tom Atherage and the other guy. They burned the Capitol building with the help of other people. But this is the information on Liberian people. The government of Liberia has orchestrated a plan to arrest Jonathan Fonati Kofa and several other lawmakers, Marvin Cole, Francis Foko, Abu Kamara Bana, and Nigutan representative
Abu Kamara.
Abu Kamara, the other man, the other side, Desi Sibo,
okay,
and other one of them. This is where plan is planned and orchestrated. Reason being that one of the guys or 2 of the guys who were arrested and are being forwarded today to court on the police charge sheet, that they call the names of these lawmakers. But you listen to the guys who are now in the police custody, who will be forwarded to the court. Tom Edrick said he was taken to the NSA and few other people. They were tortured for several hours and told to lie on Liberians who don't have a hand in whatsoever that happened at the Capitol building. I will take my time on this one, matter maybe for 10 minutes, give you all the information about it. Now go to other matters gradually, and George will join me if the time to come, he comes in. So Edwin is saying, while he was in the police cell and taken to the place called the NSA, he and his colleagues were tortured and made to lie on themselves that indeed they were part of the process that burned the Capitol building. The press people here, they were there. Journalists are here, recordings are here. The guys came, they said, no, they told to lie on Fonadi Kofa, they told to lie on Francis Afoko, the SYC. The guys spoke. And that's the pluralistic democracy and the pluralistic press we find ourselves. Go are the days when Albert Port took his leaflet called a newspaper in the 70s when President Tubman was just a senator of Maryland County at the age of 27. And there were not many press around. Gone are the days. Thanks to the men like Gabriel Bacchus Matthews, the likes of a Tipote, the likes of Dr. Dan, They all said they went to school on the expense of this country. On a third month, they came back and they saw the need that the TWP party, the 2E party, should not be in power forever. There should be a dissolution of power. They fought and they staged a protest in Monrovia that led to the Rest Riot, where people got killed here innocently. But in every democracy, people should die for others to live to repeat history or to say the history. That is why Norma Cuisine says always that history is an early warning alarm system. Be it as it may, today, the guys who have been caught and they sent to court today, they will not have the money to file a valid bond of $1.5 million each. They'll be sent to jail at Saw Beach. They'll be there. They either got rat in jail, or people who believe in them raised the necessary fund to have them free. This afternoon, this morning, we got intelligence that while these guys are going to court to be prosecuted, they will not be given bond because they don't have the money. They will send them to Saw Beach. The government of Liberia has gone through the court system and manipulated the courts as what they did with the Speaker case, with the Supreme Court. They've sought rate to arrest Speaker Jonathan Fernandez Kofa, Abu Bana Kamara, Jason Sibo, Marvin Cole, and Francis Foko, because while these individuals were being tortured in the cell at the NSA and other areas, they coerced them, meaning they forced them. My people, I speak big English, I will break it down small. When you say coerce, it means you force them to lie. On the lawmaker then say the people lie. The people say, go burn the capital building, they'll get all money. So they lie on the people, meaning they put their name on the rate. So they're there right now. So the government say they must arrest the speaker, the battle speaker now. You're not former, you ain't resign yet. They must arrest 5. Our people in Bon County, they say, Marvin Cole, they must arrest him. The other boy hang on hand and carry him there, he be there. They must put hang on front side for go hand from this to the 9 or 8 whatsoever, put him on his hand and put it on the other poor hand, carry it in the court.
He's from District 9.
9. That's what's happening. So today, that's what they have done. And it's actually orchestrated very well. It means that they plan it. When you say orchestrated, it means they plan it.
It was pre-calculated.
Pre-calculated. Thank you, George, for additional words. And so, what they would do, honor the governor of this man called Richard Nangbekun. And we are bringing these things to your microphone so you can hear it, because that's what they plan. And with that voice on these microphones, they will change it to another plan again. And when they move one step, we'll move another step again. So the presiding officer of the House of Representatives, Mr. Nangbekun, will announce a waiver, or will announce that his colleagues who were suspended from the legislature because of alleged unruly behaviors will be pardoned for them to go back to the session where he's residing. And when they arrive and sit before his governor, he will announce that these people are wanted by the executive, by the judiciary, for whatsoever reason which is best known to them. And then he will say his friends, or they will say their friends, and they will be arrested by this country, by the government, and go through prosecution for the alleged burning of the Capitol building. That is what they have planned. I have spoken to more than 3 of the lawmakers. After I got the intelligence, they said, Jala, but then they cross-check again. They said, they came out of Mr. Jala, but what is that to me? That's true. Some of them didn't know that it's being orchestrated. I spoke to somebody and they said, Jala, that's true. Few of them knew. So we know. When they checked and checked until they came out, they said, Jala, that's true. The guys are planning to arrest us. But do you know what is happening right now? This plan is orchestrated, is well planned, and they will want to exercise their power to do what they want to do. But if it happens in this country, it will not be a good deal. If it backfires, every Liberian here will smell the smoke. They will take it in, and our democracy will retrogress again. Come to think about it, that a man called Desin Sibo in this 16 rather, who controls many young people in Negro Town, coming to Logan Town, coming to Douala, and going beyond, is arrested by the government for something he doesn't know about. Do you think his constituents will take it lightly?
Obviously, no.
They will not take it lightly, George. If the man called Abu Bana Kamara, who won with over 15,000 plus votes, there have been schools in Logan Town, going to Cow and Virginia, everywhere. If government comes to arrest Abu Bana Kamara, do you think Logan Town will sit and allow people go and arrest him? The police officers who hide in the country. People more Bulgarian than making around here. The strength of the police and past 5,000. District number 15 alone can put 5,000 plus 10,000 people outside. They can all weigh the police. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying to give you a literature to advise you that your plans you're making, if you execute that plan, it will be met with state resistance that will not be good for you, the government. If you say you want to arrest Marvin Cole in Bon County, the man that won with the biggest votes in this country as representative, among all the lawmakers, Marvin Cole won with the biggest vote in Bon County. This is number 3 rather.
District 3.
If that man wants to get people in the street in Banga, on the principal street in Banga, and post 20,000, 40,000 people in the street in Banga, and they stop cars from coming from west where they comes from. No car coming from Ganta, coming from Monrovia. It stores economic activities in this country. Do we want to see that? No. He has the potential to do so. And George, I will come to you. You have to say.
Go ahead, sir.
And at the end of the day, what happened is that it stores everything, the growth of this country. Friends Afoko, a man who was raised and grew up here teaching money in district number 9. He has his following. He won back to back. If you want to take that man and put handcuff over his hand, then people will stare. And all the lawmakers you are named and say you want to put them in handcuff and go, you're going to put the handcuffs there. By the time you arrest them, it means that you're looking for a problem now. When they move in, it will not be easy for this country. Sometimes when we come on these microphones and talk, we didn't talk to incite people. We just talk to advise and provide enlightenment for the government. Because history is an early warning alarm system. What is happening now on Capitol Hill was what happened to the Salman Kayando regime when he lied on prominent Liberians in this country and the guys who came from the PRC. The Aaron Colley were there, Jeffrey Batu was there, and then many of them were in the PRC. The Flansamiton, the likes of Falavani, they all were part of the revolution that took top of power. Salman Kayando was in power. He felt that his power was shaking. He thought to lie on people who they came together. But the only way he could do it was to lie on a friend and they came together. When saying that, the man came, one of his videos can be played on Sky, not Sky, but on DJ Blues radio station by you know when?
Hot FM.
Hot FM is it? We go to the banking, that bank, the man called banking. went to the banking. That don't get the money in the banking. We'll take the money for the banking. So they came with a lot of illiterate people, some educated. But those saw that after he overthrew Tolbert, that people close that door better. That he was not satisfied with the people around him. So he thought to eliminate everybody around him. He staged lots of failed coups in this country. I think there were 2 failed coups in this country. One of them, if you know the story of the 50 caliber Jeep, where Samuel Kando said he survived a rocket-propelled grenade that was thrown on his car. The car is called Pajero Jeep. I see few of the Pajero Jeeps around Monrovia. So after the coup in the 80s, they changed the name of 50 caliber Jeep because Samuel Kando said he was in that Jeep, they fired the gun on him, he survived. 50 caliber, they fired 50 caliber. What happened at the end of the day? They called this old man called Franz Hamilton, who was a part of the PRC, to go and lie on his friend and say, when you go to court, go and tell the people, say, we plan the coup to overthrow Samuel Kando. But these are the names of people who plan the coup to take Samuel Kando from power. Franz Hamilton sitting down there. At one point, the people say he fell down from the 4th floor of the mansion. You fall down from the 4th floor of the mansion, he survived. But they're giving lists of individuals. So go, when you go to the court, be lying on the people. Ellen Johnson Sally, lie on Ellen Johnson Sally, lie on Jason Doe, lie on Gabriel Boulet. You young, you don't know the stories. I was around by the time. In the 80s, I was not more than 5 years, around the 80s, for 3-4 years. My father, a judge and the justice of the peace in Bon County for 30 years. Justice Joseph Jala in Sanoye, Salah Sanoye district itself. His brother was in the army. John Y. Jala, John Yelengo Jala, was a commander in Balatwai, in what the place is? Kenama. When the coup took place, I know what happened to him. So I know these stories. So they lied on some people that were tortured in post-Turkish and tortured in NSA. What NSA was, well, at that time they were NSA, I don't know. But before that time, Tubman had Tubman had orchestrated some plans and had a surveillance group that were doing some things, surveillance some people. So they lie on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, they lie on Gabriel Bole, they lie on Jackson Doe, and they say these are the people that say, well, overthrow some kind of. But they managed to get the people to the court, to the court for Hamilton. They didn't teach him where. The man go to the court to go talk. When you go talk, you can see the people when you look at your pocket, you say, that joy was here. He knew the people inside. They paid to lie on the people. So he lied on the people to the extent that he didn't have any experience. He said they used 50 caliber gun to fire at some kind of a car. 50 caliber at that time, we don't have bulletproof at that time in Liberia. In the areas, these are cars that came not very fancy though. If you took AK-47 and you fire it would destroy the whole car, you die. Least to mention 50 caliber Jeep. 50 caliber rather fire into a Jeep called a Pajero Jeep. So they lie the same way. At the end of the day, when the likes of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Gabriel Bole, and Jackson were being sought after to be arrested, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf fled this country. What she ended? She passed through the borders of Liberia. I think I say need to be reminded. I was in Bikana or so, Atia area. She went to somewhere. A military plane came from Ivory Coast. She dressed in a man form, cut her hair very low, beautiful, and put cap on her hair. She flew with that plane and went to Ivory Coast and went to America. The next thing we heard, Ellen was talking on BBC and said, "Do you small ball? I'm a big guy. I run away from you. You can't kill me. So there were who attempt that was planned by some kind of he did it to get rid of his people that he came in power with. If la Samiton, the lack of this man called oh, this Gisi guy, man, I forget his name. Falavani. You don't know the people? He orchestrated a plan to say that Falavani got killed in a car accident. They killed the man and put a body in the Volkswagen around the ERA era. They say the man died in a car accident. If you saw the show that about Idi Amin Adada, where he killed a guy and put the body in the Volkswagen and threw the body in the valley. That's how Samarkand was killing his opponent here, because he felt that he was a president. He didn't feel comfortable with the guys that he brought from the PRC. That was one of the reasons why he opposed this man called Thomas Kuyangba. He took him from commanding general of the army and demoted him. That was made Thomas Kuyangba to have left this country and went to America in the plain war in 1985. Over to the same Samarkand, and he died in the coup. I'm saying this to say that, Liberian people, that these things this government is planning right now, these things are happening before. It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. That old thing, that old tactics. You can't train old or new tricks. Some kind of did it, yeah. Just did it banga as well, leader. He came over, he did it again. So when it's been done on Joseph Boga, it's not strange things. So to have people on list and say they don't want to burn their capital building, Marvin Code there, for the cover there, because you're going into the jail at the NSA, you're going into the jail at the police station here, across the road right here, and you told the guys who have been arrested, the Thomas Edrich and his colleague, to lie on people. You coerced them, you tortured them. The recordings are there. Our international partners are listening. They are reading, and the guys are saying, yes, we're tortured in jail to be able to lie on these individuals. And the guys said, we didn't lie. And they made a story and said, well, when we bought gasoline in 0.4 and put it in HOR 18, brought it to Capitol building, and we burned the building that night when everybody left. Where were the police that told tear gas and spray on Marvin Cole and other people in that place, and they beat lawmakers out there, they left? Why did they deploy the police at 6 o'clock in the morning? The grounds of the Capitol building are being guarded by the police up to the next morning. But the guy who has the Senate security called Danishus we said, he said to me on this radio, here when I interview on this radio, the recording is here. I can replay it. If you find it, we can replay it. The guy said, Jara, I came by the Capitol building that morning before the Capitol building got burned. I came, it was after 5:45. The police at this Capitol building was withdrawn. They were withdrawn from here, and they came the next morning after 6 o'clock. They were deployed there after 6 o'clock. So in my mind, if the police officers were assigned at that Capitol building for the whole night, if they say it was burned, it's now electrical shock, nobody will be brave to enter that place and burn that place. And even somebody burn it, while they are there, they had no fun in that building. That is just, we say, yeah. I've known him for a very long time. We are friends for 25 years. We grew on the Portland Road. He was a former bodyguard of Bromskin. He's a son of Nyomli Kala Lawrence. They made his own record. He was interviewed. I can share the video with you where he said he went in the chambers and said, why did the lawmakers from the majority block take the chairs from the chambers and carry? Where they carry it? When the chair disappeared, he said, hey, if the chairs from the John Chambers are missing from here, it means that something big will happen here. And through the Danishus Wizard's comment, that very day, the next day, the place got burned. I listened to one Collier called James Collier, he's talking Pele here more than he's talking English. He didn't talk good English, he's talking these chairs. Look, the man who grew up in the interior don't have any, or cutting palm like him in this one too. They put gain small power to come moreover because they say he sold palm oil for a long time. He go call palm oil. He made it oil and said the people cheap. The people say, I was son, you not serve for over 20 years, we gain power. They gain power and he come moreover, he won't be executing power against his own friends. That the man talking say the people burn the Capitol building. He sat there, he opened a wild mouth and see you crying when I'm burning a powerhouse. When you are in Bonkane Jeans Colette, while you are saving Bonkane making palm oil, we have built 2-3 houses here. We built 2 houses here, living in our homes. We get our small money. These are the guys who are playing against our own friends. Then someone say the man who they took and they say he is alleged to have planned to burn the 2 men. They say they plan. They say, oh, we'll go in the Congo area, James Colette house. We're going to burn James Colette house. A house, or you renting from somebody? Somebody who you renting? You ain't get no house. Nothing you get.
The man living with girlfriend in Banga is a get house.
He living with a girlfriend?
He living with girlfriend in Banga.
Tell me something.
On Buffet Hill. I'm telling you
Talk
something.
Talk to me.
Colette is living with his girlfriend in Banga. Right on Buffet Hill. There's a little place there. There where he is with his girlfriend. I know the place.
He doesn't have a house in Banga.
No. It is now that he's building according to him, he's building his area around the Cocoa Road. There he's building his
Then
house. But he's currently living
and
with
the police charge sheet is saying that the day they caught these guys and they were confessing, they said they are orchestrated a plan to go to Colette house around Congo area to bury her house.
He doesn't have house in Monrovia.
My people, here listen.
Anybody who
This
says so,
country is retrogressing, is going into crisis, is on a hill of crisis. It wouldn't stand for the rise of this country, it will go down into serious problem. And the onus is on my uncle Joseph Boakai. We believe in you. You are the president now. Some of us opposed you yesterday because we're on another side. Now that you have won election, we are on your side. We want the best for this country. I'm not a pessimist. I'm an optimist. I believe for the right thing to be done for this country. I'm very satisfied and I'm thinking that this country will move forward. Anybody who thinks the other way, say the country will not move forward, the person lying, that you on your own. For me, they can move forward. But if there are early warning alarms that will lead to crisis, we come to say these things on the radio, listen to us, and make some amends. So the Senate, I will end on this one. George, you just come in small, not small, but you can say what you want to say.
Go ahead.
And then you will have to say, because what we're saying here is, I will end on Danisha's Wissa's comment. This picture is on Facebook. He was interviewed by legislative reporters. He warned that with the removal of these chairs from this John Chambers that is being hosted by the majority bloc, if these chairs are removed from here, it means that Sonny B will happen. They made recording here. When I interviewed him again, he said to me on the radio, he said, Jala, they deploy the police people after 6 o'clock in the morning hour at the building 5:45. The time he comes to work is 5:45 in the morning. He was there that morning. He saw the police people coming to deploy people. But if the Capitol building is a threat, is a place of crisis, you went and you beat lawmakers, you remove them, you put tear gas in their eyes, you took them off. The thing the police would have done was to deploy them there, to remain there for the whole night until the next morning. But after Mr. Boakai went there and signed, and what he saw, what he said was the work of hooligans. Afterward, before he went there, you took all the police people and carried them by and say, I go to Central and sit down there. You go, who did he leave the Capitol building with? So there are two things I've said. If they were investigating based on evidence and facts, they will go and listen to these 2 videos and they will know what I'm talking about here. So again, this story about the burning of the executive of the John Session or the Capitol building, it resembles the whistle that was blown by Samarkand Doe that implicated Jackson Doe, Ellen Johnson Sullivan, Gabriel Pole, and other people. There was no coup attempt, but he said, I will allow only people to eliminate them. So he allowed Pole, he allowed Jackson Doe, he allowed Ellen Johnson Sullivan, and give people to Flans Hamilton, say, go and read it. Go put in your pocket, go and read it, and know the people name. So while Flans Hamilton was before the military tribunal, I post talking whatever it was, you want to call a pony, he knew their names. But eventually he died though. Peace be to his ashes. Because he's somebody who lost his life trying to defend Samarkand though. George, let's hear you. They will move to the pro tem Nyomli Kanga. There's a story now. She's bought a vehicle, $100,000 US.
Yeah, I've seen that vehicle.
And then the
it's
bastard
unfit.
people complaining that she's insensitive. And that's one of the biggest news
taking
in
over the
town.
entire social
Yeah,
media.
George, hear you.
And
We
Jala,
enjoy-
for
we enjoy ourselves today,
information,
no guess.
for information's sake, Musa Belete,
Mhm.
the chairman of the Rule of Law Caucus, just posted or released.
Yeah. So just have your thought.
Talking
I will
about
read
the boycott. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So since the inception of this government, they've always been into hunting influential leaders. For what reasons? And it's best known to themselves. But Jala, how will this witch hunt help this government if this continues? I think, like you said, the government will have to read, to rethink. They will have to re-governance themselves to ensure that some of their strategies I look at keenly. I don't know who's advising Omen Joe or who's advising, I know, Gregor Coma and the rest of the guys. Look, honestly speaking, President Bwaka is not proceeding well. I don't know whether he has forgetting about the promises he made to the Liberian people. There were a lot of promises made to the Liberian people that it hasn't been fulfilled. What will arresting the people, how will it benefit Liberians or how will it benefit Liberia? I think the government should be prioritizing the betterment of the Liberian people, or the developmental agenda of the country should be prioritized at this point in time. We should be talking about development here. We should be talking about governance here. How would this benefit the ordinary people? Like you said, James Colette the other day instructed his guys to take the chair from the Capitol building, as if to say the burning of the Capitol building was premeditated.
Pre-calculated, because when he came after the guys for the Capitol building asked him, they said, why were these chairs removed? James Colette said the chairs were removed because they are historic chairs. They are precious to Liberia. They removed it for safekeeping. But how did he know that these chairs were threats to be burned?
And they've been there in that place. True.
Yeah, they didn't burn it.
In that place. They're not burning.
But those are the exact words. Go and see the video. They interviewing the legislative reporters, interviewing, say, why were these chairs taken away? We took it away because the chairs, they are historic chairs. We're doing SYC, but they were historic chairs. They were there. You were still sitting there when doing renovation. But the day I took it from there, the day the house got burned. Imagine that.
I think he's one person that should also be in
of
the
course,
by the Liberian National Police.
Of course, George, I agree with you, young brother. I agree with you. This is just what I want to say, and it's good you said it. You can't be arresting people from one side of the divide because they come from the cover side. You want to arrest some of them. Then the man who is now the rule order chairman in the legislature lower house, who said they told the chair for safekeeping, you see having passing around here. These are things that led to the crisis in this country in 1990. When Charles Taylor, the Prince George, and others rose against people who they thought were so powerful. When Charles Taylor left this country in after he was named a GSA director on Samarkand, it was alleged that he stole $19,000 from the government of Liberia. He escaped to America, and at the time there was an extradition treaty between America and Liberia. He arrived in America. Samarkand sent people to war, and he said he petitioned the American government to send Charles Taylor back. But the American government knew that Charles Taylor was a fugitive from Liberia. He was fleeing from Samarkand because he was fleeing from justice. It was alleged that he stole his money. They were pursuing him, so he escaped. When he went to America, they couldn't send him back because America knew that Samarkand was a military government leader who had killed Charles Taylor. So a federal court in America, he was arraigned before that court. And Taylor lawyer pleaded with the judge and said, if he sends this man back to Liberia, he'll be killed. And America knew at the time, it was Ronald Reagan or so was the president at the time, and said, if this man goes back to Liberia, they will kill him because he knew he was running from justice from injustice in Liberia. Chancellor went to jail until he was used by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the like of a former Air Passenger Managing Director, what did he say? Harry Greaves, the former LTA Managing Director, the old man who I just called him earlier, and they all sat in America. They formed the Liberia United to form constitutional democracy. That was the political arm of the MPFL that was forming America that launched the MPFL and they freed Chancellor from jail. If you listen to Hot FM, I listen to it every time. He said his story. He said it's on the radio every day. How he left from Boston and went to Maryland, and he got from there, he came to Liberia. Harry Noir, they were the one in America that formed the Liberia United for constitutional democracy. That had Chancellor came to Burkina Faso. And then at the time, you know, this man, Prince Joseph, who died, they overthrew this man called Thomas Sankara, and they all left. They came through, passed through Africa coast, and came to Liberia. So the story is long. I can sit for 3 hours by just taking 2 hours in my home on Sunday and just read my notes. I can put my thoughts together to be more connected. I can't say on the radio. I will historicize this radio. But again, I'm saying that this thing is not correct, George.
And quickly, before you go through the release, let me just announce the code once more.
Yeah, please.
So that our people can continue to play, because at 4
Yeah,
o'clock,
jump on the phone, yeah.
let me do that quickly. At 4, I will be here to give your money to you, so you need to play continuously. Dial star 799 hash OK, then you select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. You play with $100 Liberian, you win 4,000 Liberian dollars. So continue
And
to
after
play.
you have done that, I will read the comments coming from our friends on
Okay.
our Facebook feed. Then we'll come back to go to the Nyomli Kanga situation, and we'll delve into LBS. We have the lines open for the people to talk. At least we'll talk about 30 minutes today.
Yeah, sure.
Banga, Bon County, Grand Bassa County, Mike Gibi, Vanjama, they all will talk.
And
Monrovia will
everywhere.
talk.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Yeah,
The
so
release.
let me say this to you. There's a caveat we're giving to the government. This is our government. The government is my uncle's government. The government is my uncle's government.
When I start
I don't want to see it fail.
just make love,
I want to see it work.
what I be doing. I be stroking,
We better mark a video. Where they in Banga Bon County.
stroking.
Do you love the stroke? My man. Magabido love the stroke, man.
Do you like to make love? Just before breakfast. While you watch the late show. Have you ever made love on a couch?
Have you ever made love on a couch?
What I'm asking this.
Harry Lila Brisbane, welcome. Have you ever made love on a couch?
Backseat of
Flomo Gatala. He's watching us from Kokoyaro, Bon County. Mary Tule, welcome from
John, his life.
New Georgia Estate.
Broken.
Kiyamanji Kwade. Watching from somewhere.
Broken.
Ansel Coleman.
Broken.
Watching from the Economic Freedom Fighters Association office. Emmanuel Bros, good afternoon, Jala Grayfield, and my fellow viewers. As always in Minneapolis, the USA, Minnesota. I'm comfortably seated and watching today's edition of the show on a Tuesday afternoon. Robbie Mba. With this alleged orchestration of opposition lawmakers' arrest, President Weah and the opposition community must speak firmly, forever or remain silent.
Did you make love last?
This is Clarence Carter, the man who inspires me a lot.
You planning on making love tonight?
Are you planning on making love tonight, Macabito? Where do you love to make love?
You make it hard soft, short, and stroking.
Elton Bukuyu, welcome. Emmanuel, bro, out of all sincerity, I'm enjoying your political and historical reflection of Liberian happenings that led to the Civil War on political upheavals prior to the Civil War. So true. Good analysis, says Jalagrave. Emmanuel Bro says that having someone following from the Petra's must agenda. CDC public sources Dago for life. Good afternoon. Jakarta win. Watching from somewhere around Sanoyo district is Jakarta win. Molaku Monina. Mange Bakale. Watching from Benjamin City. Commons double Momolo. Watching me. Do some Kekula watching from Bon County. And Abba Jala, my young brother, has joined me.
Stroking my woman. And it got so good to her. You know what she told me? Let me tell you what she told me. She said, smoke the glass harder, but don't smoke so fast. Now, stick to that line.
Good afternoon, big brother Henry J. Thanks for the job you keep doing for our country, Mama Liberia. My name is Coco Smith, following you from Looking Town. Welcome to the show, Magabiro. You know, he's my big brother. I went to Banga. He provided me a place to rest my head. He has my view of guest house there in Banga, one of the best guest houses in Banga, right?
Yeah,
George, you know the place?
It's around Douala.
Around a place called Douala, eh?
Yeah.
When you go into former Vice President Joe
Hotel
there.
place.
Yeah,
It's a very nice place.
Yeah, I lost in that place but 3-4 times. I just driving going up and down. Then I call my man Clarence Jackson. I say, Clarence, someone around here on the place called Maviro. I'm looking for the place.
Yeah, Maviro guest
He
house.
said, my man, that place, I way far now. But I can't kind of believe. Some motorbike guys helped me. I went in, I slept, and then more than 4-5 times I rested there. But let's move. You know, what I said about from Zamatan, he was not the one who dropped from the 4th floor. It was a man called he was a U.S. trained soldier, Robert Capia, an ex-U.S. soldier from Bon County. He was the one who dropped from the 4th floor. But Flan Zamatan was executed eventually by Samakayando because of the lie they told him to tell about the people who were implicated into the lago. That was la, but he told the lie very good. You know, he didn't take a go. So Samakayando said, you gotta go. So he went. He said, you can't. So they carry him. So let's move in. You wanted to read this thing from Musa Belede. What did he say concerning this?
Yeah, let me just bring a portion. He says,
pour a portion.
statement for immediate release. Rule of Law Caucus boycott the upcoming State of the Nation address.
Wow.
And the Rule of Law Caucus has decided to boycott the upcoming State of the Nation address. This decision was not made lightly. It reflects our deep concerns over the ongoing erosion of legislative independence and the increasing interference of the executive branch in the affairs of the legislature. The executive's recognition of the Honorable Richie Nambekung as Speaker, despite the legitimate Speaker still being in office, is a blatant violation of democratic principles and legislative autonomy. This unprecedented action not only strips the legitimate Speaker of his authority and dignity, but also humiliates the legislature as an institution. Attending the Sonor under such circumstances will amount to tacit approval of his legitimacy, a position we categorically reject. Our concerns are further heightened by the recent aggression against members of the Rule of Law Caucus by law enforcement officers. In addition, we will resist in the court of law any attempt to fabricate evidence against our colleagues as means of quiet our resistance to the erosion of the rule of law. However, we remain committed to an impartial investigation of this matter and will continue to cooperate with the authorities during this investigation. By boycotting the Sunan, we are sending a resolute message. We will not acknowledge the authority of a speaker who has not been legitimately elected. The matter is currently under judiciary review, and any recognition of Honorable Richard Kuhn prior to final court determination undermines both the rule of law and the democratic process. It's very long.
It's very long, yeah. So that's
It's a
but
very long.
the news is the news has broken here is 28 lawmakers from the bloc of Fonadil Kofa who have gone and joined their colleagues earlier last week are saying that they will not be in session on that day. On the day of the Sunday, which is next week Monday. What signal is that sending to our country and our international partners? That 73 lawmakers in the lower house, 28 of them saying they will not attend. I know some of them will attend. Not everybody will say no. Because we heard some more say where the rule of law, where the majority block is to go there, and others say they were going to go there. So obviously not everybody will say no, they're not going there. But if even 10 of the 28 say they're not going there, it still has an effect on the growth of our country through our democracy. So we'll look at it tomorrow and see what are the ramifications, what are the effects on our country. A country that respects the rule of law in the arrest agenda, ARREST, arrest, and the document is signed in Buchanan that will be legislated, that will form part of our development agenda, where there will be no Vision 2024 on a Charles Taylor, no PAPD on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, no proper development on George Weah. We'll have one document now to go forward. And in that document, they signed in Buchanan, it has one word they call rule of law. If the rule of law is not respected by this government since the crisis started, and you're putting that into a national document, do you think that when people come after you have left, they will respect that document? They will throw it through the window because you don't respect the rule of law. Let's move in. So, you've been following George. Let me leave it with you. You start with that one, my young brother. You saw the car we're talking about, Hyundai 2025.
I've seen that vehicle.
So that the car just one more.
And honestly speaking, if you see the vehicle that we're talking about, you won't even want to believe that it's a vehicle that costs 100,000.
Yeah,
it seems to be like something around 150,000.
From your views, right?
From my views,
I've not
the
seen
vehicle.
I saw the vehicle, but I just saw Sunday the plate on it, and I saw the front and the back, but I didn't see the whole car. The car looking the beauty of that car. I didn't see it very well, but I just saw people attaching figures.
I will show you the vehicle shortly. Martin even did a post.
Martin Colley?
Yeah, Martin Colley. But I will show you that vehicle.
$100,000 vehicle. Someone was struggling around.
This is
around
it.
$10,000.
This is the vehicle we're talking about.
I said, that here?
Yeah.
A car fan, Jesus, they want my car fan, yeah. Yeah. They want our thing. Yes, the cafe. Yes, the car there. The cafe there. Those are that on social media. The cafe, the Maga Bureau, yes, the cafe.
Why you have instructors in Maryland? I don't know whether you also been following the issue. Over 4 months now, they've not been paid.
Yes, today
4 months.
I listened to one of the stations, Banner FM. There's a reporter who called from Maryland and said all the government schools are shut down because their teachers are not being paid for 4 months.
4 months.
And market builders are also concerned because you are also in Maryland. All the public schools have closed down because their teachers are not being paid for 4 months. But you have one pro tem of the Senate that makes a whooping over $100,000. I will go there. But again, she makes a lot of money just as a speaker makes, and everybody who in a executive makes in our area. Then the teachers in Maryland, let's mention Grand Bassa. But let me take this right. A big brother called Marco Bido wrote something which I've been very interested in. I want to read his comments very verbatim.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
And I'll go to Marco Bido's comment. Before I go there, I want to provide my own analysis. It beats my imagination that the pro tem of the Liberian Senate, who makes so much money in the country during the time of Christmas and New Year, She was going to Bassa, disembarking from a vehicle and giving rice to women, old women and mothers and fathers, giving them full cup of rice or 100 or 200 liberty. You saw that thing? You saw that video?
Mm-hmm.
This is a woman who lives in millions. She lives in millions. She goes to Grand Bassa and dish out peanuts to people. 4 cups of rice and 200 or 100 liberty. The figure is not too clear, but it was 400 in the plastic bag with $200 to each of these women. That came over 200 of them. So if you were to give $200 to these women and 4 cup of rice, if there were 2,000 women, say it would not cost you more than 2,000 US dollars. But that's how they treat our people. Treat them with disrespect. But these are the mothers who stand in the scorching sun on the rainy day to vote for them. They sing that song. Man Yomli is coming home with singing that song. But mind you, she's a daughter of Abakanga, one of the best sons of Grand Bassa County, who laid the foundation, his grandfather laid the foundation of Grand Bassa County. Mm-hmm. She's a daughter of that county. She's not concerned as to how the Grand Bassa Health Center, the oldest government hospital in Buchanan, should be resuscitated. There have been times before Ellen Johnson's service time, that place got up by fire, it burned 2 times. On Joshua, it got a fire, burned 2 times. The wires in the building are corroded. They are very rotten. The place got burned at some point. The man called Sir Joseph, when the other day he gave a huge consumption of drugs. He carried 2 or 1 container of drugs to that hospital in Buchanan and said, this is my making and this is my support Grand Bassa. Normally was in America with Dallas Dillon during the Ebola crisis, the coronavirus crisis. And they said they were bringing drugs for the people to put in container. They announced that on their Facebook pages, where they were on honeymoon in America. They came back. I didn't see on social media whether they even donated 1 cup of drugs to the hospital in that area. If they did, thanks to them. I didn't follow that. But I followed them saying they are putting money together. They are bringing drugs from America during the COVID-19 to distribute to people in Grand Bassa. Today, that referral hospital called Grand Bassa Hospital still stands in ruins. No hospital, no medicine there, nothing. The other day, our correspondent, Mr. Ralph Flomo, was reporting that nurses and doctors there were going on strike because they were not being paid. But yet, you normally can't rise a car that is around 100,000 at the disbelief of the Brazilians and Liberians. You know, one of the reasons that led to the crisis, a political standoff in Nairobi, Kenya, a country I lived in for a long time and got a degree from there, it was because of inequality, not near equilibrium. And equilibrium is when things are balanced. It's like this, 50-50. Mm-hmm. When George get, I get. But if George is 80, I'm way down 20, it means it's an unequilibrium. Mm-hmm. It will not equal. So normally others made that they are way up, they are up, and they do low down. They forget a lot that carry them up, but they are looking at themselves up there. They're looking at their people way down, and they're throwing the crumbs down to the people. That's how they see themselves. Not even near equilibrium, George. So you ride such a car. You feel comfortable riding a 2025. That car is just one more old car. Meaning it was bought when it was even made in 2024. You bought it. You can import it anyway. It customized. Maybe you see in the car, you say, normally Lawrence, Kanga Lawrence, your name should be inside.
These things were criticized yesterday.
They were criticized heavily. Why did they criticize George? We are for what? And you're doing the worst of all. This is our country. The reason why I'm saying this, you know what led to the political standoff in Kenya, Nairobi, that went for almost 4 months when they went to the capital and burned part of the capital and they almost killed the Speaker of the House or the Speaker of Parliament? It was because of inequality. And there was only one Facebook post that sparked that violence. This lawmaker drove to his compound, very luxurious compound, He had more than 4 cars. Got down from a Hummer Jeep and took his car. Pum, pum, pum. You know, they carry the remote again. What my car remote? My own car, now they can car. My own car, not a small car. They want a Dodge, a Ryan Dodge Johnny. It's not a very expensive car though. So it's a pum, pum, pum. He got up in the car, then he went to another one. Pum, pum, pum. Then one, pum, pum, pum. Then he went, the other one out there, he keyed the tire with folk. He had a girlfriend with him. A parliamentarian in Kenya. When the people of Kenya saw that thing and they know that taxes are going up, do you know the rice price has gone up now to $3,650 now? Price of 25 kg rice has gone up to that price, to that amount. Josh, go do your own research and see. George, I will say they are buying red by cup. I buy red by cup.
It tells you how things are difficult.
So imagine if I'm buying red by cup. How about other people? What are they doing? I'm talking what they eating. So the guy went in, after he said those things, when he saw his car and just pump, 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 he went, the people got infuriated. They said, no, this can't happen in our country. The people eating our money. They joined the street. Demanding reform in the country. It was on ending. The people in Kenya stood for the rights, and when they demanded a reform in the country, they fought for the rights. After 3 months of rioting in that country, the President William Ruto had to change course. I entered Nairobi, Kenya, 2008, January 1 on New Year Day. I left Liberia. It was on the last day of December to go to study, thanks to the Catholic Church, thanks to Lecturer Julius Rennie, who was the station manager of Radio Veritas when I was executive master correspondent at Son of Ellen Johnson Sully. I entered Nairobi, Kenya in January 1, 2008. From Nairobi Airport to go to Tomoya Street and to go to Thika Road is about 3 hours drive, but we took over 6 hours because of fear of the guys who were carrying machetes and the pangas. When you hear machetes, these are vanishing weapons. The pangas are cutlasses and BB cutlasses. Kenya did not burn because the guys did not have weapons. The guys, 2008 when I entered Nairobi, that's how the scene was. So just think about it, the guys are metamorphosed. Coming up again, they started getting elected. So at that time where Raila Odinga and Kibaki were at each other's throat as to who won the presidency at the time, where Kibaki said he won, then Raila Odinga said I won. They were fighting for supremacy. If Kenya had been the way it was in 2008, unlike 2024 where they had a crisis, they were breaking at the time. It was due to inequality. Why must you put our country in this kind of glikata? When we say here, we say that because we are against y'all. We're not against the government. I would not be against my uncle government. This is Joseph Newman Parker's government. I support it because I'm a Liberian. Even though I supported George Weah, I supported George Weah as an individual because I believe in George Weah as an individual. I believe in him as a good man. I'm not a sedition. I've not been one of them before. And I will not be one. Not because I supported George Weah yesterday. If I see the good things happen in this government, I can talk about it. And that's why every time I always said before I came on this radio, I said, I will make it balanced for everybody to participate. If I come here on this radio, if I see good things on the internet, I see good things in the news, I will come and talk about it for more than 15, 20, 30 minutes to talk about it before I go to my critical issues. But this is not correct. So this is what Margaret Beatty wrote.
And quickly, Jara, just before you go through that.
After that, we shall open the line.
Yeah, before you go through that, we need just 2 more persons to play. We need just 2 persons now to play quickly. And then maybe at 4 while you're leaving, we will do the draw. So you have to play. Continue to play *799# OK. You select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. Play with just $100 Liberian dollars, and you win yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars. *799# OK. Then select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. 2 persons play. It's good that you play as many times as you can play. That alone places you in a very good position to win 4,000 Liberian dollars.
Wow, what a wow. This Saturday's yoga. Welcome. Good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching the program from Buchanan City as you are unveiling some of these fake pieces of information. What do you hope to achieve? He's asking us. If they're fake, they are business, my friend. You is not fitting. When you come on, you know the guys, they can be so foolish. One of them is this going called Saturday Zoga. It's a very foolish human being. You sit on that place, posting your money, making you to be destitute, and you sit on there. And tell us that we are faking, we're talking here. You see that guy who on Facebook. You know, I can all read our comments to make them to make fool of them. Yeah, I read a comment and make you stupid. Anthony Smo, welcome. Voice of Liberia. John David Nakula, welcome. The ABLC Audric, welcome show. Mark Nyole, welcome. My name is Mark Nyole. I'm watching from Liberia. Thanks for the show you said. So let me read this comment from my big brother Mark Abito. It's not a comment, he wrote a very fun piece. And sometimes I just go on Facebook and look at the comments that come up. If it's very long, I will not read it, but he made some very good historical analysis of the issues. He said, Bemie le basoma enga. He's speaking today in Basa.
Okay.
In 2024, the national budget allocated US $242,163 for the government hospital in Buchanan. However, only US $210,563 was dispersed. This raises a pressing question. You know, some people make mistake. When you say disperse, it means to disperse a crowd, meaning people sitting together, they rioting, the police will disperse them. When you say disperse, it means to distribute, to share. So these are two words many people have confusion on. So sometimes we'll come on the radio, we'll not provide it. So I almost got conflicted with that. So there's DISBURSED, disbursed, meaning to be given.
Yeah, share.
This raises a pressing question. Where is the balance US $31,600? Meaning, during that year, when they gave this money to the government of Liberia, give the money to Buchanan, they only dispersed $210,563. The $31,600, normally people in Buchanan, the caucus, they can't account for that money. So meaning that money was given to them, they share among themselves. That's what Margaret Bido is saying here, from his analogy. From Margaret Bido's analogy, that's what he's saying here. The people of Grand Bassa cannot help but question the actions of their leaders, particularly those who wield significant influence over budgetary. My food are coming from my guts are getting blurred because of the air conditioning here getting blurred. I can't say the KR and clean it good. Influence over budgetary allocations for their county. Is it justified for those leaders to ride inexpensive vehicles while there is a glaring shortfall in essential funding for their hospital? Moreover, are there adequate essential drugs and medical supplies to meet the needs of the people of Grand Bassa County? What has changed at the hospital and other public institutions in the country since 2014? In the recent photographs making rounds, a brand new Hyena Santra, probably owned by State Senate Pro Tem Nyomli Kanga, has become a topic of conversation. This situation appears rather ironic, given that not too long ago she was an outspoken critic of the previous government's priorities. She once passionately decried acts of extravagance, even going so far by pouring hot water on a fellow senator to understand or underscore her point about the misuse of public resources. She poured out her water on Sir Joseph back. Today, however, it seems she is enjoying the trappings of wealth and lost without apparent reservation. Let me clear my glasses more, yeah? Please. So, yes, let me clear the glasses more. It getting blurred. You know, sometimes good to do it. So, be talking to my man.
Yeah, so continue to play. Yeah, continue to play. Star 799 star. That star 799 hash. Okay, then just select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. You play with $100 Liberian dollars and you win for yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars. Star 799 hash. Okay, and select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. And of course, you stand a chance to win.
Unfortunately, Mr. Magabito continues. We as a people, especially the poverty-stricken ones, are often the people who celebrate national leaders when they prioritize themselves and their families above us, the poor taxpayers. Screenshot of budget narratives credit to Martin K. and Colley. So he did a screenshot. The screenshot is here.
Okay.
So the money they give the Bassa people in 2024, they spent some about 31,600 plus was left. Magabito in his writing and also quoting Martin Colley, who is one of the rescue Ramos that resigned from the rescue Rumble. He said to us that he used to be. He said to us that right now he doesn't know what happened to the 31,000 US dollars that were left in the basketball coffers. So meaning that normally Kanga and her people, they took the money. They ate the money.
She seems to be very corrupt too, eh?
I don't know. I said the corruption she has. I can't state from my face, my face beat and say she's corrupt. But it's just from these pieces of writing that there are wrong things going on in this country. There are a lot of wrong things. But George, come and activate these full lines. Let's interact with the callers for at least for 20 minutes. They are our people. Magabito, thanks. Oh, sorry for that. Let me put your microphone down. That's how it looks like here. You know, sometimes these things happen. These things happen sometimes.
Soft, short, I've been stroking.
So the numbers are 0773 419 502 0555 555 184 711. These are the numbers for the people in the 4 counties we are broadcasting from, or the 5 counties: Grand Bassa, Bon County, Magibi, Vanjama, and Monrovia. For the female, your line is 073 978 564. 0773 978 564 is the number for the female exclusively. If you are from Banga, from Bassa, from Magibi and Vanjama, you are just right. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Your first caller, welcome.
How you doing, sir?
I'm okay, sir. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Let me say good afternoon to my colleague, George Wayne. Yes.
Yes, welcome, sir.
My name is Toga George. I do join from electoral district number 2. The district, they refuse to develop.
What in Monserrado?
In district number 2, Bon County.
Oh, you in Bon County? Okay, all right. That meant Colette district, eh?
Colette district.
They men are crying after that. You see that you don't buy a powerhouse.
I don't want district for 2 daughters. And I told the people to spoil the bridge. And when you're going to pay them when you win, I'm not telling you. And that's not the issue. That gets the issue.
Okay.
You see, Colette. You see, let me just say, let me just put a title there. Oh no,
you gotta put honorable there, sir.
He is someone that when he was contesting.
Does he need to be honorable?
You now have $5. Colette will now have you rack here, Colette.
But you feel sorry for the man according to give it to you, so you feel sorry for him.
You know those that made that man to get a position on Capia. And I said Capia will never get into any position in the country here. The way refer to the old people, always insult the old people. Whenever you go to him, well, always insult him. If I get a step for me, I mean, you put up with that for me. Without people will behave. Someone born 1989 born. You look at somebody who
small ball
you are not having $5 when you're running campaign. Then you can't look at old people and can't insult them. The matter of green rule here. District number 2, you know where I met from? The man started from, through my junction. When he passed Blamier, through my junction, George, who was the George, was my colleague. He know what I'm talking about. Up you to through my, right to the intersection. The man said, energy, energy boat, people, they don't want to sport on the tire, so they should face this way. So he started from that side, to go, how you say green, you can force enough fuel to put it in your machine, machine.
Vote in a few.
Johnny Pay machine. So
I would tell my nephew Johnny Pay and look a machine to in next time.
Pay machine, so in that you will put late back in the machine, it's just something of purple. That purple, those are the potato and will be facing Rodochi. They are better things about that.
All right, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. The next caller is there. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Let me welcome David Jackson. Order WhatsApp number 0777. That's 077056056 is a WhatsApp number. Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, Jala.
Welcome, sir.
Let me say good afternoon to George. George, you're getting too perfect. This is David King.
Oh, David. Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah. I joined you from a resident this afternoon somewhere in Monrovia. You see, what happened at the Capitol, I think, has given a clearer view of what the government is capable of doing to the Liberian people. A very cool man you guys are discussing.
No, I'm not discussing Kola. I'm not discussing Kola. Listen, I didn't even want to be the subject of the discussion. What I discuss here, let's talk about the Kola all the way.
I listened to some of the guys from the
Kola is a political, a fully fool.
Yeah, I listened to some of the guys from the full estate that talk about. I asked Kola, why were you crying so loudly?
They bring a powerhouse.
Yeah, he said, I did not know the fire was going to be that severe. From that interview,
the way he said,
what came to my mind, I said the fire was orchestrated by the people. If the guy would say that the reason he cried, he never knew that the fire was going to be that severe, it means that they orchestrated it. And why did they go to take the two chairs from the joint chamber and took it to City Hall, and the place got there by fire the next morning? So what was that information? What they thought about? But our brothers that have been tortured, to lie on honorable name, to implicate them that they were the one who gave them money to do whatever that took place at Capitol. I think this is the day of Samuel Doe that tried to come back to our country. And we don't need these kind of days. We don't need people to be given a piece of paper like MND, Frank Zamiton, who sat on the television in 1984 and said he used 50 caliber on Doe and he failed. We don't want that day to come back because we were kids at the time. We sat before the television. We saw Frank Zamiton calling people names.
And name was ready. They don't know those names already on paper. Give it to him.
Yeah. He took the paper from his pocket. I can still remember you were reading it and calling no name. So this is the kind of thing that happening now in our country. Liberians need to be very careful with the Joseph Boakai government because for me, I've always said this. I did not see leadership in Boakai. If Boakai could not lead 4 smaller political parties, a country like Liberia giving it to him, it was like you are taking us from the frying pan into the fire.
Okay.
And this is where we find ourselves. So Liberia need to be very careful. We all are scared now of our lives. The way things are proceeding in our country, it is not us.
Thank you. Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, quickly, Jala.
Yeah.
I just hope.
Just in 10 seconds.
I just hope those that have come to evaluate the compact in Liberia from the MCC, that you see all of these things and listen to the talk shows and know how the government is proceeding before giving such a huge money to them to use against we the Liberian people.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Let me welcome Mr. Julius A. Buki, my nephew from Scar Communications. Nephew, how are you? And the rest of them, V. Mohammed Sharif, watching from South Korea. Lucien Dole, Lucien Dole. Welcome. Matt, welcome. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
My name is Adi. We are joining from Buchanan City.
Let's hear from you from Buchanan.
Yeah, let me commend you, Jala Gracie, for the program on a discussion. I sat down, start my radio, and listen to you clear. No, Jala, those things that we're seeing today, where President Putin riding $100,000 car.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. In the kind of a poor country we live in, my brother, and I think so. In the Joseph Nyamaboga government will receive good things because how will you ride 100,000 car? Why do you think that yesterday you were against the past government that people were riding those type of cars, and you come to power to you're riding those kind of car? How will development go on in the country? This morning I was shot on one of our sister radio. I heard that thing this morning on one of the show. I said, what? $100,000 car, Putin riding a car, then in Basel you devour sales cup of red with $200 liberty.
Yeah.
It be my imagination, my brother. So thank you for the show this morning.
Thank you
for the show this evening.
Thank you, sir. Let me welcome my dear young brother, Dylan O'Brien.
You know what?
Dylan O'Brien, welcome from the USA. A very young engineer. Hello, welcome. My man, Andrew Previous Intel. All right. Hello. Is the internet?
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Hello, welcome you live. The internet, sometimes when you call this,
Hello?
yes, welcome. How are you? What's your name? Where do you call from?
This is Paul D. Anthony, calling from Buchanan.
Calling from Buchanan City. Let's hear you from Buchanan City. Where are my people from Lofa? Why are you people calling?
I want to throw lead on the burning of that place.
Please go ahead.
Yes. People say that they lie on the people of this. So I forgot he himself said that he was going to burn that place. So me that the people that come here and the government protected, they are the two of that act. Because the reason is that you will not have a project, then the next day you go burn the area. And when the man, he said that he was going to burn that place. So,
who the man is going to burn the place? Hello? Hello? You're going to be talking to that man. I want to get to talk. I'm asking you a question. You have to be talking Paul. Who say you're going to burn the place? Who say? My man, leave my line, man. Leave my line. I don't waste my time with you.
Hello.
Safogo said he will burn down the chambers of the legislature. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
This is your brother, Mark Lamena, one of County from Buchanan Grand Pastor County.
Let's hear you.
Honorable Griffey, look, what you say is true. I do not want to go far on in politics with Nobly. But Nobly said I protest for the Liberia Senate, but she's not paying her tax. If you can take 4 or 5 cup of red with $200 for a teaching for your own citizen, then who are you? Then you using $100 some more $1,000 car. I just remain right there. Let Nobly then get back your low and leave Liberia. Because we're going to give them a heavy blow along with George Manor for the call type of manner we are. That means right there. Thank you.
All right. Hello, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching from Banga City, Bon County, Liberia. Thanks for the show. It's Kuta Pay. Welcome to the next caller. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
I'm Stanley S.K. Domini.
Where are you calling from, Domini?
From Grand Bassa County.
Grand Bassa and Bon County are taking the lead today. The other counties are not calling. Let's hear you 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm calling from Grand Bassa County.
I heard you. I said, go ahead.
Yeah. You see, Nobly Kanga not mean well for Grand Bassa County. You see, all the streets in Grand Bassa here are closed. Then she there ride $150,000 car. That car is not $100,000. It's about $150,000 car there. Then you have all the streets in Buchanan here closed. No medicine in government hospital. Then you mean well for the people, but we're telling the people that all these places in the place
criticizing this government or Georgia government, is not in our own interest. It's not in our interest. It's in their own interest that they are doing this.
Okay.
We told them they not hear what we were saying.
Thank you, sir. The next caller is here. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome.
This is Lance Vessel, the second of two son of name. I'm calling from Bangabong County.
The true son of Nima calling from Bangabong County. Let's hear you, sir.
You know, the issue at the capital is, Waka, he has failed the Liberian people. So he will come a whole lot of terminology that to follow himself to the Liberian people. You cannot say, if someone say, I will kill you. So the president said, we will the person responsible of killing you. So these are some of the things that we expect of that government to be having this government. Because any government say you're going to arrest every lawmaker, then we should be going to create war itself. Because there will be some resistance, and he must have brought the hell these time. Because when they will revenge, they will end up to the house in hell these time. So the supporter of it and the council of church will have bad worker, if you post up to this thing, they will not see the old going down, we put a resistance. Rather, we're waiting, we all have the justice to bad, they will enter that thing. It will be the end of that day, no government will enter to that thing. These are some of the things we want to have in this country, but let's show for the 2 years experience, here the leaders of the country. What they put in, no, all right, the country not go.
All right.
Where we not go up, better we not go up. You think about it, the government official like 150,000 cars. We have to guru every day on that to go land the Liberia. Oh, the government do one. So ways to run the country. When we turn to another way, but my country had to be a bad because people not that. If you be careful.
All right.
If you be careful. The money, our last 8 years here because we going at sort to this country to protect
All right,
our
thank you.
Stupid in the country.
So thank you, Nai. All right, my man. All right. Somebody said it's selling burger right to play at 2,000. Can you imagine that, George? One funny looking joker, they call Lucini Dollar. Funny looking joker called Lucini Dollar. I'm coming to you. He said 25 kg rice is over 2,000.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
I'm Daniel Gobo calling from Buchanan Blessed Community.
Buchanan Blessed Community, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the program on discussion.
Okay.
People talking about Nyumi Kaka by 150,000 car. That is true.
So you go off? Let me take Mohammed Getawe. Mohammed, let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, brother Jala.
Mohammed Getawe, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Politically, this is a normal civil rights movement in Liberia. Let me really commend you for the discussion. And for some of us, Jala, from justice about the identical capital building issue, we're having a little bit doubt because they have a secret identical area. And by now, the modern day and age, we should be having capital building where when something kind of thing happen, like when people identify who they carry the kind of action. And but today we are only seeing the police now, the police, they're collecting one side of the people, where people on the side know they are being arrested to provide who point the identical area, and our two sides to fight. Besides the majority group or ordinary that people can do, for some of us, we are not happy. What happened to capital building one day so to be proper justice? But I do not want for the government to do the identical issue the way they did it to Samuel issue here. But where they were all on Facebook that Samuel is a fugitive, send it back into like, no, he returned to the government. They are in court today, like people cannot get nothing from the government side. How Samuel Safuni like what for money? Yes. For it to be behaving like this, you know, they're collective group of people and last night with a talk show, one other guy called that he said was torture, they were three, they were arrested. Only from the Kofa side, they were tortured to say something about J. Kofa. And the investigation going on that day, and for me, I really believe that international community or international investigator.
Okay. Thank you, Mohammed Getawe. Thank you. Others have to talk. Thank you, Mohammed Getawe. You got 2 minutes. Do we have a caller there? We'll run you up to 5 minutes past the hour, then we'll leave you. It's I'm looking for this guy, Stuna. Who did song? Hello, welcome.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes.
Jala.
Yes.
Yes, my name is John D. Yakpa. I call from Banga City, Bon County.
Okay.
Yes, I want to say thank you for the show this morning, this afternoon rather. And I think brothers, you know, everything about this country is upside down now under this rescue government. This government who they say they came with a lot of experiences, they came with a lot of degrees. Where President we are ministers and deputy ministers and directors were not educated. But the educated people not come there every day. There is noise in our country. People are going to bear with hunger. They are not thinking about that. See US rate today. US rate about 200 now for $5. Can you imagine? You're not doing that, but you're arresting people just on mad propaganda because they're pressing for another black and you want to certify 30 persons. Since the president went to that Capitol building, when the Capitol building got burned, when he used the word that it was wholesome and it was some hooligans that went that era, the police ID will not contradict his boss. You know that. We all know that. So this is why they are finding people who are in a confine of Fonati. So just get them arrested. And then the Pope Fonati promised they can say Fonati more resign from
But Fonati ni man les Fonati ni man les il number 1 man les. You know Thomas Edric who they arrested and he's been now in the police custody and sent to court. He was arrested around the speaker's house.
Okay.
So you know obviously when it happened, you know the speaker is out of the hole.
The people just want to do that thing, you know, to just get the bad face of Fonati. But we know what went on there. How you remove chair on a particular day, on the same day, and the next morning they hot get burned. Who you want to find in that? There was security that was posted at that Capitol building. Same thing been going on. How is it now today? There is no police can be asked. But today they're finding the perpetrator, they're finding somebody falsely. It is wrong. And they are torturing those guys. Brother, you hear the people, you hear that boys lying on themselves. I like to you.
All right, thank you. Thank you so very much, my brother.
That we fought for a very long time. We need
thank
peace.
You, sir.
Don't push our country into a war, guys. Thank you this afternoon, brother Jala.
Thank you so very kindly, my brother. Thanks so kindly. Thanks so kindly. I will take one more call or two calls and call it a quit. 0773419502 0555144711. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Sekou Fofana is my into community.
Sekou.
Yeah.
How are you?
Is this official number for God of Liberia now? So we can put it up.
No, it's not an official number. That number is for the people from the county. It's not your number there.
Okay.
No, it's not your number, Sekou. Not your number there.
So which number is supposed to call?
The number you should call at 0809079007.
I beg you, please call it by the meeting.
Okay, just talk on that one. Let me hear you.
0880.
Talk on the one you're talking on. Let me hear you.
Okay. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the opportunity. People, Jala, you have said enough, but let me respectfully disagree with you. When it comes to the suspect, the whole at the capital building saga, you know, people, Jala, those days are gone. To say to incite people, to be on your platform to incite people, those days are gone.
So who inciting people?
I'm coming now.
No, I don't come say I pick you. Yeah? Something wrong with you, eh? Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you, eh? The next thing kind of really tell that nonsense you never I'll tell you. I'll talk to you. That means I can incite people. You so big and foolish like that. And the same thing you said the other day when I said on this radio that my life was threatened by Gregory Coleman and the people I called some people name. You call on one radio station, you started insulting me. You so big and foolish like that. You say go. You better respect us, eh? Piggy, yeah. Consider you can put me to yeah, let's see one more. Foolish man. Hello, let's hear you.
Mr. Griffey.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. Mr.
Covey?
Yes, sir, Chief.
William Covey, welcome, my brother.
Thank you for the analysis. You know, when Jeffrey comes from under the water and tell you that Craig behavior, don't overlook it, and you should take it serious. So, in as much that we hearing information from citizens and former government officials that the code can be manipulated, that it means that over the last 6 years, our country was in serious trouble. Because if you don't know how code can be manipulated, you will never say it. But in as much you can say it means you have manipulated the code before you know the process.
And who's talking about manipulation here?
Come again?
Who is talking about manipulation?
Well, I heard you saying that the court have been manipulated. The police went to the court to manipulate the court to lie on the people.
No, you didn't get me, Covey. You didn't get me. Sometimes when people speak, listen with your 2 ears. Don't close one ear. Listen with 2 ears and come exactly and say what the person said. I said, Voice of Liberia has gotten information that a former speaker with 4 of his colleagues will be arrested and turned over to the court. The court will be arresting them, and that the speaker will lift the suspension on them for them to go to the chambers where he will announce that these guys are people of interest, like was done in the Willenkind case with the guy who was involved in that thing in Magibie County that led to the death of people. With that, when the guy says that, then they will release them and they will arrest them. I didn't talk about manipulation. I said, what if I said that maybe it was slip of tongue, but I didn't say that as you're saying.
Okay, so it's okay. But for me, that's why already I heard that the police are going to manipulate the court to arrest Marvin Cole, Abu Kamara, former speaker, Kofa, and others. So that's where for me I came from. I said, but then if people like this who came from government and who were sitting at the center of information, if they say this thing, we will not overlook it. It means over the last 6 years, the country was in serious trouble. That the court was being manipulated by the CBC administration. So, and these judges who today in the court are the same CBC appointed judges. But I can't now appointed any judge to any court. That the same people who CBC appointed, I didn't want to the court now. Only one justice or one institute justice about that. That's an excellent Johnson at the Supreme Court bench. So,
all right.
There's the reason why the access recovery team just says linguistic cool we get here and a good result.
Thank you, sir. You're the last caller. We can't go more than that. You go on more than 1 minute, sir. Thank you so very kindly for the time.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Moravia. We want peace in Liberia, peace in Moravia. Say Babylon shall not rise again. Say Babylon shall not rise again.
This is Alpha Blondet taking us home this evening, this afternoon as well. You say this afternoon, you say this evening, you say this morning, wherever you listen from. Leviticus P. Wama, Vice President of the Nima University in Sanakali, is following me this afternoon from Monrovia. Where is Senator Jefferson Morris? And where is Representative Bobby Zota, who represents the National Port Authority? We have some important documents to sign on tomorrow, Wednesday. You guys have to make yourselves available. Make yourselves available. Leviticus P. Wama, Jefferson Morris, Bobby Zota. Documents to be signed. That's how we're going this evening. And I've dedicated this show to my young brother and friend who has just arrived in Liberia. Yeah, in fact, there are 2 people. It's A. Pateswa and that of Delano Bryant. Delano Bryant is here. He always follows us while he's in the States. Thanks to George Way, who has been with me on this beautiful day. Those of you who joined me on the flip side, either on the radio, on the live feed.
Calling on Jesus Christ. Calling on Jesus.
And there are lots of young people who are commissioned by the president today, His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Joseph Nyumon Boakai, in different positions. Daniel Sano, Assistant Minister, Rufus Paul, and the rest of you whose name I can call, but thanks to be appointed commission in government. We passed those roads before, and yet you coming flying the same routes. We are proud of you. Thanks to you for listening. My name is Grayfield. I'm the nation's heavenly J. Remember Jala Grayfield chapter 1 verse 1. Let's talk and talk and talk, and never shall we fight. Fighting shall never be our portion. Have a good day from Liberia, Monrovia. I'll see you again when you see me.